Hey, so I need to tell you about the wildest thing that ever happened to me. And trust me, it's not the kind of story you'd expect from a quiet Georgia suburb. My name's Kelly Rachels, and back in April 2025, I found myself standing on a perfectly mowed HOA lawn, wrists duct-taped, sweating under the Georgia sun, all because I smiled at a neighbor. Yeah, you heard that right. A smile. And I wasn't alone. My neighbor Allison Marsh was right there with me, bound up like we'd robbed a bank instead of just, being human. It all started on a random Tuesday morning. Picture this. I'm wrestling my golden retriever, Baxter, away from the mailboxes he's determined to tackle. My leggings are covered in dust, my coffee's splattered on the sidewalk, and I haven't slept more than 4 hours because Baxter thinks 3 a.m. is playtime. Across the street, Allison's barefoot, clutching a rolled-up design magazine like it's a lifeline, her sunglasses hiding the fact she'd been crying the night before. We're just two tired, decent humans trying to survive suburbia. Then comes Mark Sloan, the new guy. He's wheeling this comically oversized smoker into his yard, wearing giant sunglasses and Bluetooth earbuds like he's auditioning for a barbecue reality show. I couldn't help it. I chuckled and said, "All that for some ribs?" Allison smirked. Must be feeding the whole block. Mark laughed too, all guilty-like, and that was it. A 3-second chuckle. No big deal, right? Wrong. See, we live in Summerdale Estates, where the HOA doesn't mess around. It's not just a neighborhood. It's a kingdom. And the ruler? Beverly Glenn, HOA president extraordinaire. She's the kind of person who'd alphabetize your spice rack if you let her in your house. Rules here aren't suggestions. They're gospel, carved in stone by people with too much time and not enough hobbies. I didn't know it then, but that little laugh was about to turn my life upside down. The next morning, I'm digging through my mail, vet bill, Amazon package, the usual, when I spot this glossy envelope with the HOA logo. I rip it open, expecting a reminder to trim my hedges or something, and instead, I get this. Notice of violation, Section 4.2. Engagement in unsanctioned excessive social interaction with fellow residents without prior notification to HOA board. Incident recorded April 3rd, 8:14 a.m., near Community Mail Drop Number 3. Corrective action required. Response due in 48 hours. I read it 3 times, then I laughed. Not because it was funny, but because it was so ridiculous I thought it had to be a prank. Allison texts me 5 minutes later. Did you get this letter too? WTF is Section 4.2. Turns out she got the same thing. We're both like, excessive social interaction? It was a smile. I figured someone misfiled a complaint or Beverly's cat hit the wrong button on her keyboard. Allison even joked, "What is this, the Scarlet Letter HOA edition?" We decided we'd show up at the next board meeting, maybe bring donuts, maybe bring a lawyer, and sort this nonsense out. Big mistake. That meeting was like stepping into a courtroom run by a dictator in a cardigan. The Summerdale clubhouse smelled like stale lemonade and control issues. Mahogany chairs, cream agendas, retirees with notepads glaring like we'd kicked their grandkids. At 6 p.m. sharp, Beverly struts in, white blouse, pearls, clipboard, 0 smiles. She launches into it. We are here to address the violation of Article 4.2 and discuss necessary corrective measures for the benefit of the community. I raise my hand, trying to keep it chill. With all due respect, this is over a smile and a joke to a neighbor. Beverly doesn't blink. To preserve the harmony of this community, she says, voice like a robot reading a script, violators will serve corrective standing time. 3 hours, hands bound, public property, signage required. I'm sorry, what? Allison cuts in. You want us to what? Beverly calmly repeats it. Saturday, 9 a.m., main HOA lawn, wrists symbolically secured, sign stating our offense. Skip it, and it's a $5,000 fine plus eviction proceedings. The room's silent. No one meets our eyes. I'm thinking this can't be real, but Saturday rolls around, and oh, it's real all right. 92 degrees by 9 a.m. The lawn's mowed to perfection, and there we are, me and Allison, duct-taped wrists, cardboard signs around our necks saying, "I disrupted community order." Beverly's there with her clipboard, 3 witnesses, and a vibe that screams, "I own you." Neighbors gawk, some film, A kid on a scooter laughs, and a teenage punk tosses a slushie at my feet. For 3 hours, we stand there, sweating, silent, shamed. The tape pulls on my skin, the sun cooks us, and I realize this isn't about a rule. It's about power. You'd think 3 hours of public humiliation would be the end of it, but nope, that was just the warm-up. Some teen across the street filmed the whole thing, blurry vertical video and all, and uploaded it with a caption, "My HOA just did this to 2 moms for talking to the same dude." By nightfall, it's on Reddit. By morning, it's TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, the works. Hashtags pop off. Hashtag HOA bending. Hashtag smile unpunished. Hashtag duct tape justice. People are losing it. Are we in North Korea or Georgia? HOAs are just cults with better landscaping. Someone tagged John Oliver, and I'm like, great, I'm a meme now. The internet loves a scandal, but back home, it's a nightmare. My bakery job? Gone. My manager pulls me aside, all awkward. "You've been great, Kelly, but customers are asking questions." The owner's uncomfortable. Allison's daughter, Mia, locks herself in a school bathroom because kids are whispering. Is your mom that HOA freak? You into bondage or something? We're pariahs. Someone leave a roll of duct tape on my porch at 2 a.m. Real classy, Summerdale. I'm drowning in this mess when my laptop pings at 3:02 a.m. Subject, legal inquiry, possible civil rights violation. It's from Carmen Daly, and my hands shake as I open it. She's not some ambulance chaser looking for clout. She's a retired federal prosecutor who saw the video and smelled something rotten. Her email's short. I've reviewed the HOA bylaws. If you're ready, I'd like to talk about how we end this for good. For the first time in days, I don't feel like a punchline. I feel like a person with a shot. Carmen's a legend who'd hung up her law degree for gardening in North Carolina until her teenage daughter shoved that viral video in her face and said, "You always said America protects freedom. This doesn't look like freedom, Mom." Carmen watched it, dug into the bylaws, and by sunrise, she's on a mission. 3 days later, she's in Summerdale, navy pantsuit on, sitting across from me and Allison in a cafe. I'm guarded, arms crossed. Allison's shredding a napkin. Carmen doesn't mess around. What was done to you wasn't just wrong, it was unconstitutional. They violated your rights under color of law. No due process, just public shame. That's federally challengeable. I lean forward. You're saying this is illegal? She nods, calm as hell. You just become the face of a civil rights lawsuit. Silence. Then hope. If we're ready, she says we fight. And suddenly, I don't feel like a criminal anymore. I feel like a plaintiff.
Carmen's not here for the headlines. She's here for the win. She files a lawsuit under 42 U.S.C. Section 1983, this heavy-hitting statute that's taken down crooked cops and abusive school boards. Now, it's aimed at our HOA, a private government gone rogue. She's digging through bylaws, Georgia statutes, building a case brick by brick. Then, bam, an anonymous email drops in her inbox. No name, just a zip file and 5 words. She said more than that. It's a gold mine, internal HOA emails. One thread labeled RE, Disruption Protocol Mailbox Incident, is pure dystopia. Beverly writes to the board, if they're allowed to freely socialize, what's next? Yard sales? Petitions? This is how disorder starts. We maintain structure through visibility. Humiliation works. Make them examples. Another email shrugs off legal concerns. Our bylaws give us wide discretion. Soft consequences breed disobedience. I'm reading this, and it's not just creepy, it's evidence. Carmen highlights every line, slides it into her binder. Rachel's in Marsh versus Summerdale Estates HOA. She tells us, they didn't care about the rule. They cared about the warning. You were the example. I say, then let's be the example that stops them. 9 months later, we're in federal court. Judge Miriam Estes runs a tight ship. No theatrics, just facts. The room's packed, phones buzzing with live tweets. Carmen plays the video, me and Allison duct-taped, sunburned, signs dangling. Even the judge takes off her glasses, stunned. Then the emails. Humiliation works. Make them examples. Judge Estes cuts in, I've heard enough. Beverly takes a stand, all pearls and poise, claiming, I was maintaining order. Carmen asked one question. Do you believe public shaming is an acceptable form of governance? Beverly hesitates. It depends on the context. That pause, louder than her whole defense. Next morning, the verdict hits. In the matter of Rachel's and Marsh versus Summerdale Estates HOA, this court finds in favor of the plaintiffs. The actions constitute a violation of civil liberties under 42 U.S.C. Section 1983. Damages awarded, $1.2 million. Gasps. Then, the HOA must reform its bylaws, and Beverly Glen is permanently barred from any HOA or public leadership role in the U.S. Allison cries quietly. I squeeze her hand. Outside, reporters swarm, but Allison says it best. This wasn't just for us. It's for everyone silenced by a rule book designed to control, not protect. That gavel's echo? That's freedom. You'd think we'd take the money and run, right? New zip code, new life, bye-bye Summerdale. But nah, we had work to do. 3 months later, we launched the HOA Survivors Alliance. It's just a laptop, a $500 website, and a tagline. Just because it's private doesn't mean it's lawful. We're not here to torch HOAs, just to draw lines. No fining someone for sunflowers. No shaming over pride flag. No duct taping wrists for a smile. The stories flood in. A guy in Nevada evicted for not painting his garage desert beige. A Texas vet fined $200 a day for a too tall flagpole. An Arizona family forced to ditch a wheelchair ramp because it messed with the elevation aesthetics. I'm on intake emails, Allison's running Zoom support calls. People crying, laughing, venting. Carmen's our legal advisor, drafting laws to rein in HOA power. We're not victims anymore. We're a movement. A year in, we've helped 93 families get pro bono lawyers, overturned 7 HOA policies, connected 300 people to mental health support. There's a documentary, Order and Obedience, Life Behind the Gate, that wins at South by Southwest. Ends with us on that lawn. Banner up, no more shame, no more silence. We're on panels, podcasts, even Capitol Hill. What started with duct tape became a voice for millions who'd felt ruled, not safe, at home. I'm back in school now, studying social work, done with HOA rules, not with helping people. Allison's memoir, Bound But Not Broken, hits the New York Times bestseller list. Oprah calls a reckoning. Carmen's consulting on civil rights education, still clutching that case binder. Summerdale's different too. No more silence, just barbecues and kids playing tag. Every year, we picnic on that lawn. No permits, no dress codes, just freedom. Beverly Glen? No one talks about her. But that sign, I disrupted community order? It's a t-shirt now, a badge of honor. Because a smile isn't a crime. It's where humanity starts. And in Summerdale, it's where we finally won.